please.
Okay, thank you. In my last two appearances before this commission, in May and then again later in the summer of 2024, I described for you the development approval process already applied to, but yet recently abandoned by DPZ on this project and this project alone. I have three more exhibits for you tonight, all of them from that planning board era in the late 2020 teens. They show what a streetscape looks like as required by DPZ, at least in that time frame. The kind of trees, the kind of exhibits, or the kind of settings, the topographical background linked directly to plan and elevation. That's what a streetscape looks like. You asked in the last hearing specific to Lacey property for a streetscape just like that. And my testimony in that late September hearing was that you had no context for these plans that are being presented to you, for these individual home designs that are being presented to you. You still don't have that. In tonight's staff report, you are reminded of some of your previous holdings, that what you're supposed to be looking for is compatible building forms and shapes. I'm in my car. Simple, straightforward design that should not stand out. But you still have nothing to give you that context. That size, that scale, that mass, that cadence of these mansions that are now proposed, whether it's the 4 on the agenda tonight, the 8 rather than 6 that are proposed to front Scenic Church Road, or the 13 total that are supposed to sit on that land among themselves and their neighbors on this historic scenic roads. Neighbors have no more information than you do to make that decision as to whether this is right. What those giant masses of Arctic white or aged pewter or siding or the black asphalt shingles that will front those massive masses. We know by what we have shown that they are much tighter, they are much closer together, and they are much denser on that road than ever was described in the last several years of submissions to this commission. It does make a difference how much siding, how much roofing we're talking about, and still you don't have that context. I do want to make one comment to clarify what was stated, and I think maybe misrepresented intentionally or not last time. There were 2 meetings with the neighborhood about this revised plan and the housing design, and uniformly every neighbor that attended those meetings was
we just lost you, Ms. Walsh.
Oh, sorry. To a person, all of the neighbors that attended the neighborhood meetings following your instruction that we do that could deal with or could understand even the genesis for the new proposed layout. And rather than the niceties that you hear from Crusoe Homes, we had the new developer, Steve Breeden, on tonight, and David Moxley, and there was not a good faith back and forth in terms of why that change had been made and what a good faith resolution could be. It was, you're stuck with this, you have no alternative. Apparently the last 7 years of this approval process was a farce, and we will do what we want. No one in that neighborhood has any understanding, no more than you do, again, of what that streetscape is going to look like. So I implore you not to succumb to this bait and switch, to be very vigilant in terms of what specifically is being asked and what impact that will have on this historic district. And that's all I have. Thanks very much.